we sometimes need to get ahead of ourselves, because I believe that at times there will be a part of our own head, a part of our own mind, or a thought that's like, put it aside, you know, put it aside, do it later. And we have to allow ourselves to remind ourselves what is more important. What do we actually need to do instead of what do we want to do. And even so, that same idea, the same concept of what needs to be done and what do you want to do can apply to different things, whether it's, sports, eating, habits, and there's a few more, I just can't think of them. But even so, it's like, it applies to so much, just like what is actually beneficial, but what is good in a sense. Because if we want to take it to nutrition, what is beneficial is like fruits, vegetables, meat, where we can get the nutrients and such. But it's like, what do we want? It's like junk food, chips, soda, candy, things that are relatively taste good, but does not help us in any way. If anything, it makes us worse. But back to the whole point at hand, it's like sometimes we need to get ahead of ourselves, because there's a version of us that is constantly just procrastinating, holding ourselves back, and not achieving the utmost we can. And sad to say, I feel like it happens a lot more often now. It is a lot easier to procrastinate. It is a lot easier to be distracted. And it is a lot easier to waste your own time than it ever has been, with the amount of access to social media, to technology, to distractions, and an easy rush of dopamine. I feel as if it's so much easier now and to get distracted, and it'll be harder to be more focused in the future. It'll be harder to focus in the future because there will be constant new stimulations, constant new ways for them to get your mind distracted. But even so, it's like you have to allow yourself to remain focused. And even if you lost the attention you once used to have, the attention span, it's like you have to work in order to get it back. You have to put in work, and you have to be conscious of what is it that I'm doing. Remind yourself of what is important, because again, it's like you have to get out of yourself. And I'm gonna keep saying that over and over, because I truly think there is different directions we can go, different paths we can go on, and it's up to us to choose what we want to do, our own path, our own direction. As we continue to walk, as we take every single step, it's us creating ourselves. And whether you realize it or not, you're going somewhere. You are going somewhere. Now take a look at your actions. Take a look at what you have done in the past 24 hours, in the past month. And I'm not saying to bash you or to make you feel bad, but it's like, what have you done? And it doesn't even have to be negative. You could have put the most amount of work this month. And it's like, realize, like, is that the standard you want it to be to? If it is, congratulations. If not, you still got time. You're still alive. You're still breathing. You're watching this video. So it's up to you to make that conscious effort. And sure, it may be hard. You may not like it. You may not like it at the beginning, because you may not be good. You may feel embarrassed, but over time it'll disappear. You'll get comfortable, and your comfort zone will soon just expand, because that's what it is. I feel like a lot of our own hesitation is just a small comfort zone. So what's the opposite of a small comfort zone? A big comfort zone. How do we get a big comfort zone? Experiencing life. Repeated trial and error, and over time you just get better. And before you know it, you're good. You suck until you don't. You're bad until you aren't. And I feel like a lot of people don't want to go through that tough era, through that tough situation. You don't want the hardships. I feel like that's what it all comes down to now. A lot of people don't want to struggle. A lot of people don't want to, but it comes with a cost. It comes with its own consequence. It comes with its own reality in a way. Because if you choose to, it's like choose your struggles in a sense. It's like choose your struggles, because you can struggle achieving your goals, or you can struggle trying to find motivation. It's like you can't seem to get motivated no matter how hard you try. But even so, I believe having a goal or a dream or a vision of yourself goes past all of it. It's like, it's the reason you wake up out of bed. It's the reason you keep going. You put 40 hours in and keep going. Or even so, it's like you just got home from work, but you're still working on a side project or whatever it is that interests you. And I feel like it's a huge motivator, whether it's, and it could be so many different things, whether it's a passion, it could be family, it can be, you know, just, those are the main two I can think of as of right now. Like a passion, like, it could be whatever, or a hobby, or even so a meaning, in a sense. Being able to help people, being able and charitable to others, being of service to others. That could be another thing. And if you hear some noise, I'm just playing around with my bracelet. But even so, it's like, you have to realize, you get one shot. You get one shot. And is this how you want to waste it? Not even waste, is this how you want to use it? Because it's not a waste. You chose it, you chose to do it. How could that be a waste? Unless you regret it. Unless you regret it, then why'd you even do it in the first place? Why would you do it if you're gonna regret it? Like, no. Now there's some situations it's like you wish you could have done something different because lack of experience, lack of knowledge. You can't help that. You didn't know. So it's like, oh well. But I'm saying, if you knew better, you knew what the consequence was, you knew what was the end result of what you were gonna do, of the action you were taking, it's like, and you expected something different, it's like, no. No. And even so, it's like, you do it and you accept what comes with it, then by all means do what you want. By all means do what you want. Because again, it's how you dictate your life, the rules and standards you set for yourself and the life you want to live. Because I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you how to live your life. You have to choose that for yourself. You truly have to choose that for yourself. And it comes to a point, it's like, why you, or why not you? Why not? Why not? Why not you? And I don't know if I even talked about that, but it's like, why not you? You're special, you're a unique individual, so don't assume that you don't have any talents or skills or you're not special, because quite frankly, you are. You know, I don't have the same mindset as you. I have not gone through your experiences, you haven't gone through mine. You're in your own shoes. Stay in your own lane. Figure out what it is that is for you. Because why not you? You could easily achieve anything you want. You just have to put your mind, your heart, and be sincere about it. And be honest with it. Be honest with your own actions, your own intentions. Be honest and upfront, and be direct. Be direct. I feel like a lot of times we go and try and say things in a roundabout way. Or we try and do things in a roundabout way. Try and take shortcuts when in reality, we're not going to benefit fully from doing that. If we even get it at all. And it's not even the getting. By getting, I mean the end result in itself. It's the experience of becoming. Because sure, you say, I want to become rich, and it's like, you have to take so many steps in order to achieve that, and you are constantly changing and becoming how a rich person would move, or however a millionaire, whatever it is, moves. A business owner, a CFO, a CEO, whatever it is. And it doesn't even have to particularly pertain to business, but it can be anything. Music, what is the quality of music you want to create? if we even go to the gym, what is a gym routine you want to have? If we go to sports, what is the consistency and effort you do in your training? If you do arts and craft, it's like, are you finding the best or most simple way for you to sew? I don't know. Cooking. What spices, what ingredients make the food taste the best? Can be anything and everything, you know? And it comes with the experience. It really comes with the experience. And you start figuring out things. You start figuring out things that work. You start figuring out this makes it go faster, this helps, this makes me better. And you start to learn these little tricks, I guess. But you wouldn't have known if you never put the experience in, because you'll do something unconsciously that someone else will have to put effort in. And it's just a matter of repetition, a matter of just constant doing and constant pushing yourself past what you once thought what you could do. And I think that's the greatest beauty of it all. You know, there's no end result, I guess you could say. There's no top of the mountain, because after that, life continues, and you'll continue, and you'll strive for new heights, and you'll strive for new things. And it's like, you'll look back and you're like, that used to be what I once looked up to. That used to be where I thought I was at my high point. But I'm still going. I'm still not past my prime. I'm still going. I'm still achieving. And even so, you go into different avenues and different ventures, and it's like, sure, you may have started over, but the kind of person you are, it is so firm and so intelligent and so just about business that it's like, no one can stop you. No one can truly stop you. But I'm gonna be honest, this was more like letting my mind just roam, letting my mind just rant in a way, because that's the thing. I just feel as if more than now than ever, I feel myself just feeling separate in a way from what I once used to think, what I once used to do, and trying to take myself to a new level, a new thing, and trying to get rid of, not even trying, I am getting rid of old habits, old beliefs, and old ways of acting and behaving. Because what got me here, as much as I love the person who got me here, you know, even though I made so many mistakes, so many errors, so many opportunities wasted, and I respect, you know, how far they got me. But it's like, every new day is like me just experiencing something new and allowing myself to become more. Because I'm not trying to hold myself back. I'm not trying to stop myself. I'm not trying to stop myself from shining. And even so, it's like, I believe we can all shine. We can all really shine. Because one person doesn't stop the next person from growing. You don't stop your neighbor from growing. You don't stop your friends from growing. You don't stop anyone from growing. You all grow at your own pace, your own individual rate. So it makes no sense to try and tear someone down. Because even so, it's like, you truly aren't equal. You truly aren't equal if you tear someone down, because guess what? Well, you will stay stuck in that same spot. But guess what? They already knew what it was to climb, to get above. So what will they do? What will eventually happen? They go back up. You try and tear them, but they'll keep going. And at some point, I don't even think they'll associate with you. Or even so, it may happen to you. People will try and tear you down, try and knock you down a peg, just to say, stay at our level. And it's like, you can choose to stay, but I have a feeling it's gonna eat away at you. I have a feeling it's gonna bother your soul, bother your innermost feelings, bother you at the deepest part of yourself. If you decided, I want something more for myself, but I'm gonna stay with them for the fear of being judged, being criticized, being neglected. And it comes with the cost, it comes with the territory. You know, sometimes you can't be around them. Now, if they are on their own business, they're taking care of their own business situations and making their own money moves, or moves in general, it's like, cool. cool. It's about the mentality. It's about the mentality, and you have to decide what is the mentality you want to have, and what about the people around you. But at the end of the day, it's like you have to allow yourself to not hold yourself back, because that was the whole point. That was the whole point. Not holding yourself back, getting ahead of yourself, making sure a part of your own mind doesn't stop you, making sure you get ahead of that part of your brain that says stop. Let's take some time, because that's one level, but then there's so many other factors that we have to consider, and it's like challenge it. But here I am, just sitting, just fidgeting for the fun of it. And I still feel like there's so much more to learn. I feel like there's so much more to talk about. I feel like everything I speak about can be taken to a whole another deep level. I just have to find the right words to communicate it and truly just know more, because it's a never-ending journey, as this is just the beginning in a sense. It's not the end. Who knows how far along I am on this journey? Who knows how far along you are in your own journey? But we're here, we're living, we're breathing. But I guess I just want to leave it off there. I genuinely just want to leave it off there. But, love you forever and always. See ya.